The other thing that you're speaking to here is sometimes conversations are uncomfortable. Real conversations are uncomfortable. And going back to this idea of excellent facilitation is major here. How do we move beyond moments of discomfort in ways that are healthy?
I guess I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit, only in the sense that, I studied communication, so I'm a firm believer in taking time to communicate, and these processes do take time. Mm-hmm. At the same time, I have another hat or hijab on, which is I work in government, and I'm accountable to you all as a government employee for how I spend my time and your tax dollars. So if we want to take processes that take a long time, we need to be able to give government that time, right? So there's a tension here, and I just want to name that because I think maybe government isn't necessarily the best conveners of things that take a lot of time and participation. The voters of New York City wanted to create a civic engagement commission, and I'm just sitting in this seat thinking about what that actually means, right? Because you're seeking to have government build civic engagement. So I think there's an interesting tension, and we just need to pay attention to what that means, because it kind of puts parameters on what we're going to be able to do. And I also think it opens a window of opportunities for partnerships, because there are going to be things that we can't do that other people will be able to do, that the education sector will be able to do, the private sector will be able to do, nonprofit will be able to do. And we just need to find ways to work together.
I think that's so important. I started off talking a little bit about how important it is to break down silos, and nearly every person in this room raised their hand and they said, I see silos happen all the time when we do this work. And I think a lot of this commentary is really around how do we break that down and establish partnerships in ways that really make sense. Changing infrastructure doesn't look like one side or the other. It looks like building lifelong and long-standing relationships that really shift what we consider the system to be right now. We're talking about a big, big change. And so I think it's important that we think about where accountability lies and how we can support each other in moving that work forward.